Hey, did you know that pharmacy professionals are one of the highest paid healthcare professionals in Canada? And pandemic has increased the demand for pharmacists more than ever. Welcome to Bounce Back in Life. My name is Gagan, and today I'm going to talk about how to become a pharmacist, a licensed pharmacist in Canada for international pharmacy graduate. So if you want to be a highly paid healthcare professional and have a high paying job, make sure you listen to the full video and hit the subscribe button for this channel, because you'll be surprised at the quality of information that you can learn from the videos that will be shared on this channel in upcoming future. We also have an Instagram page. I will share the link here or in the description. Make sure you follow us there for day-to-day updates. So before any further delay, let's get started. Hey, before we get into the video, you might be wondering what makes me qualified to talk about pharmacy profession. Well, I have been a licensed pharmacist in Canada for 5 years, and I'm currently working as a pharmacy manager with a great corporation. So now let's get started. So in order to become a licensed pharmacist in Canada, there is 4 basic things those are required. First, you need to have a bachelor's or a doctorate in pharmacy. Second, you need to appear and pass the exams by Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada, also referred as PEBC. Third, you need to appear for language proficiency exam, most commonly IELTS academic. You can go for TOEFL or other exams too. Fourth is the practicum part, so that is different by each province. We'll get to that later. So you need to do an internship or practicum in a retail and hospital pharmacist based on where you want to get registered. So now we will break down all these basic steps further. So first one, having a bachelor's or PharmD is a must requirement. You cannot become a licensed pharmacist in Canada just with a diploma in pharmacy. Second part, going for the Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada exams. So before you could appear for PEBC exams, you need to register on NAPRA Gateway. NAPRA is National Association of Pharmacy Regulatory Authorities, and this is the association for all over Canada. On that, you need to make your own profile and register and show your interest that you want to be a licensed pharmacist in Canada, and from there then onwards you'll be going for further steps. For PEBC or Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada exams, there are 3 different steps. First one is getting your document evaluation. From that I mean Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada requires your university to send the original unopened transcripts to them for evaluation. So before you appear for any exam, they'll evaluate the degree you have in your country or whatever you have studied in your country. They will evaluate if that degree is equivalent to a degree in Canada to be able to allow you to appear for any exam for Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada. So after your document evaluation comes in, then you appear for the first exam by Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada, which is called evaluating exams. Evaluating exam basically focuses on what you have studied in your country during your bachelor's or your PharmD or your master's. So there will be more focus on pharmaceutical sciences, pharmacology, and all other parts that you learn in your bachelor's or master's or PharmD, whichever you have graduated. After you pass the evaluating exam, then you appear for the last exam by Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada, which is qualifying exam. This qualifying exam has 2 parts. One is the MCQ, which is multiple choice question, and the other part is OSCE, which is practical exam. So in qualifying exam, it focuses on the application of your pharmacy knowledge to the day-to-day practice. In the MCQ exam, you'll be getting case studies, and in OSCE, the practical exam, you will be facing the real life scenarios that happen in pharmacy setting, and there are usually 16 stations. That means you'll get to solve 16 case studies in person in practical. Usually there are actors posing as patients, so you answer or solve their concerns, whichever case study they bring in or whatever that case study focuses on. So before we get further, just wanting to make sure that you are aware that Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada only offers 3 attempts to clear any of their exams. If you do not pass any exam in 3 attempts, you might be able to apply for a mercy attempt, putting in application through the lawyer, but usually there are 3 attempts that you are given to pass the PEBC exams in Canada. After you pass your PEBC exam, then the next step comes to be your registration as a pharmacist. Now, registering as a pharmacist is different in each province, and depending on if you passed your exam in first attempt or second or multiple attempts, there is different amount of training that you are required. In some provinces like Ontario and BC, you need to do a bridging program, which means you need to submit a fees and do a program like a study in the University of Toronto or University of BC, UBC or UFT, and after that training you are sent for a practicum internship. In other provinces it is different. Every province has their different requirement for licensing international pharmacy graduates. We'll discuss all the different licensing bodies and different provinces in a detailed video, because I have practiced as a pharmacist so far in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and currently I'm practicing in British Columbia, so I know ins and out, and even the pharmacy practice is different in each province. All the requirements that I have mentioned so far are applicable to all the provinces except Quebec. Quebec has its own policies and procedures for licensing international pharmacy graduates. After you pass your PEBC exam, when you're wanting to get a license with any province of your choice, there is another exam that you need to pass before you fully get your license. That is Jurisprudence exam. That exam tells you about all the policies and procedures of that particular province that need to be followed while you practice as a pharmacist. When you get your license, you register with the college. For example, College of Pharmacists of British Columbia, CPBC, that is the licensing authority. In order to actively practice as a pharmacist, you need to get a liability insurance that is worth of $2 million. There is a lot of insurance companies that provide insurance to the pharmacist. You might be wondering why a pharmacist needs insurance. That's because if there is any dispensing error happens and you get sued for causing any harm to a patient, that's when your insurance comes in handy to protect you. Once you get a license of practice in one province, you can easily transfer your license if you want to change, if you want to move to a different province or you get a better job in a different province, you can easily transfer your license. You don't have to go through all the exams. The only exam you might need to do is the Jurisprudence exam, and that also depends for each provinces. Some provinces require that even if you're full pharmacist, some don't. So that is also different based on each provinces in Canada. So these are the basic steps that need to be required to get a license to practice as a pharmacist in Canada. In the coming videos, we'll discuss about the cost of becoming a pharmacist, how much money do you need to spend on clearing all these exams, and what courses you need to take in order to pass the exam successfully. Plus, we will also discuss about the job scope of the pharmacist and what are different ways to land a high-paying job. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and click on the link to connect with us on the Instagram. Until then, wish you all the very best to bounce back in life.